Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Jester just got home, so it made things awkward. No.
Hello.
Hello. It is Saturday. How are we doing, everybody?
Hello.
Had a bit of a longer starting soon screen. Heckin'
Hi.
Jester just got home.
Hello.
I did not sleep a lot last night.
You went to bed at ass o'clock.
I absolutely did. I absolutely did. I was having fun listening back to old sessions of Zelda this week. And that's what I've just been doing. Is listening back on sessions of Zelda. And it's been cathartic. It's been I guess the word is cathartic. I don't know. It's put me in an odd headspace, but not entirely a bad one, if that makes sense. I'm just positioning Bernard here properly, actually. Nah, he can be right here. But hello, everybody. How are we doing today? I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Hello, Bardu. Hello, Ashtrays. Hello, Rika. Hello, Eggy. Hello, Emerald. Hello, Din. Hello, any other Bernards that are lurking in, whether it be on YouTube or the Twitch side of things. Hello, hello. It has been a week. Whew.
When's the last time you haven't said that?
Huh?
When's the last time you haven't said that?
What do you mean, haven't said what?
When you end your week, you start streaming, you say, it's been a week.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you haven't started your stream with that sentence?
I do say it a lot because it's, you know, I usually stream on the weekends, so the week usually goes by, and it's been a week. Literally. Literally.
It has literally been a week.
Yeah. I can't point out the fucking obvious.
Oh.
Sexist. Sexist. That's what it is. It's sexism. Can't believe it. Enjoy your lurk. But yes, I went to bed at ass o'clock. It was like 4:30 in the morning. But is it racism? It could be. It could be.
Watch the Mario.
We did watch the Mario movie yesterday. We watched it last night. Honestly, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I'm not gonna go into it. We're not gonna talk about it. But I didn't mind it. I liked it. I thought it was cute. I don't quite agree with one of the now that I've seen it, I don't quite agree with one of the critiques that it's a movie made for TikTok. Because there weren't any moments that it was like, oh, let me this scene right here, I can condense it and turn it into a clip. Like, I feel like by this metric, any movie can be made for TikTok. It just kind of feels like a buzz critique to get people's attention. But
The biggest critique I saw was that everybody, like, anytime there was a problem, kind of laugh.
I will say that when it comes to itself as a movie, everything just kind of happens in people's benefit. If you're looking for like character development, if you're looking for some sort of like character story or like character moments, this movie does not have them. This movie doesn't have them. It's popcorn. It's a silly fun movie, and then you walk out and then you're like, well, that was pretty all right. And then that's it. There's really nothing to talk about. Did anyone see that one review that called the movie worse than AI? I wouldn't say that. There's some critiques that are being a bit too harsh. And I don't really want to entertain those. No, it hasn't been run. It's been filled. It's already got, like, stuff in it. But, yeah. Yeah. But, I wouldn't say it's worse than AI. I think I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't have a lot of sleep, and I also recorded some auditions today. So I was doing my usual Saturday bunch of errands, and then also recorded auditions. And then I only had one meal. I only had like a couscous salad that I picked up at the supermarket while I was shopping. I was like, I don't have time to make something. I'm just gonna eat this. but yeah, I wouldn't say that. That feels too harsh. Like I know we here don't do AI, but I don't think that's fair. But yeah. Either way, once I can stop fucking yawning, I think we're gonna get right into things. Because apparently, Kingdom Hearts, I don't know, X back cover, Chi back cover, Key back cover, I don't fucking know. I wish I could tell you what goes on in this. But it is apparently a 60-minute movie. Just wanted to mention that review exists. Oh no, I totally, that's fine. It's mostly just in that thing of like, there's no real good way to engage with it, because it's like, well, okay, like, I don't like AI, but that doesn't really say anything, you know? I don't know how to quite explain it. It feels like one of those arguments that is meant to cap an argument, like, we're done here. You know?
Was there AI in the movie?
No, there wasn't AI in the movie, just some are saying it was worse than AI.
No.
And I feel like that doesn't really let you have a conversation, so there's nothing to work with there.
It was incredibly pretty and very well animated.
Yeah, no, there was some really, really pretty parts of it. Definitely something to catch definitely would like entrance kids with how colorful it is. I would think it's honestly very visually overwhelming for children. At least on the younger side of things. I wouldn't take a young child to it. Excuse me. I like the Rainbow Road part.
I was in the first movie.
That was the first movie. Meh.
Also, no spoilers.
Yeah.
3 days old.
Also, just in case, I'm hi Eggy, but also again, I'm just gonna quickly reiterate, we're not gonna talk about spoilers with the movie. Wait, they made another one? Yeah, it's the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It came out 3 days ago. But I won't go too much into it because, excuse me, because the movie just came out, and it's not the topic of today. But yeah, today we're gonna be getting into Kingdom Hearts back cover. I have no idea where this takes place. I think it has something to do with the mobile game, but I could not tell you. Well, it was a critic's review. What can you say? Here's the thing. Okay, we're gonna deviate one more time. So here's the thing. I know that there are a lot of critics, or at least the ones that are like named critics that you hear about and stuff, that are like for example, not to the same extent, but let's see, like Roger and Ebert. Let's say Rogers and Ebert. Like those were two like big name movie critics and shit like that. There are some movie critics that have their preferences in movies, and because they have their preferences, they also have their Siskel and Ebert. Oh, sorry about that. I thought that one was called Roger and Ebert. Never mind. Yeah, Siskel and Ebert. Okay. But yeah, like when it comes to these movie critics, most of them have their preferences, and as a result, they have their biases, which means that they look more favorably to certain types of movies and some to others. This is why you can't super take every single critic I want to say at face value or in good faith. If it is a movie critic that enjoys animated movies, knows that the target demographics for these movies will lend themselves to simpler plots, simpler resolutions, and things like that, and might not be as complex as like people that are older, can still be fair to it. Just like people who watch horror movies, people who watch documentary series. So if animation movie critics were saying, you know what, this movie was kind of ass, I'd be willing to look at that and give it some consideration, or at least something to temper my expectations. I'm the kind of person where I don't super go to the movies, and I normally don't expect certain movies to catch my interest for long. I say is I've been watching heckin' 5-hour freaking tabletop sessions all week. I can't watch movies, guys. I can't watch movies. D&D VODs? Oh yeah, hell yeah. Movies? No. Anywho. But I keep my expectations relatively really low. And I find that when I keep them low, I generally leave happy. I generally leave pretty content and be like, yeah, no, that was, I did not mind that. I liked that. Because I come with my expectation low, I leave with my glass at least half full. I guess is one way to look at it. So you can consider certain critics' reviews. Everyone is a critic though, and I feel like at the end of the day, the best opinion that will work for you is, funnily enough, your own. So if you're in a position where you can give it a look, or even just watch clips, because eventually there'll be clips on YouTube and stuff as the movie comes out, as the movie has, you know, as days pass, there'll be movies on clips on YouTube. See it from there. Or frickin', I mean, I'm not gonna promote it, but I've heard around the grapevine that there are some places where you can watch it now, for probably not much if any cost at all, and watch it there and save yourself some money. And then if you want to watch it next, you know, and then if you like it and you want to support it, then go to the movies. I don't know. I'm not gonna advocate for any of that stuff. What do you mean? I'm not talking about anything. As a Mario fan, I thoroughly enjoyed the Galaxy movie. Obviously didn't break any new ground, but it was just a super fun time. Got the Yoshi bucket. My movie theater didn't have the Yoshi bucket. It had like a prism-y bucket that had like the logo and then like, you know, Mario, Peach, and Luigi on it. And then they had cups. And I normally don't really buy like movie buckets or things like that because it's just another plastic thing in the house. So I don't have any desire to like.
It's cool though.
It's cool. It's neat. It's just another thing. So that's why I don't buy that sort of stuff. That's just my preference though. It's definitely not gonna be, yeah, and that's another thing. Those popcorn buckets do not fucking hold popcorn. They don't hold shit. I like having a large fuck ass bag of popcorn with fucking extra butter, and then I go to the butter machine and then I put more butter, and then Jester's like, how are you gonna grab it? And I'm just like this, and then I put my face in the popcorn bag and go then because it's popcorn, so it'll stick to my tongue. So I eat like a Yoshi. I eat my popcorn. Yeah, you can have a couple sips if you like.
Have you tried it?
I feel like I did, but I don't remember. But yeah, I'm gonna fill it with dice. I mean, yeah, that's one way to do it. Heckin', I have a fucking Tim Hortons Halloween bucket. Because they had a special a while back where if you bought a certain thing of Timbits, they put the bucket in it. I didn't need the bucket, but I was like, oh, that's a cute bucket. Now I keep my weed gummies in it. You know, you find a use for these sorts of things. And I feel like if you're able to find a use for certain things, then you know what, that will justify it. But
It's okay.
but I don't know how like people can like collect buckets. But yeah, no, I eat my popcorn like a Yoshi. I always do the Yoshi method. Yeah, because it's like, well, the top part of the popcorn when you go to the butter machine, because there's like the butter machine at the movie theaters where they pour the butter for you and they serve your popcorn, and then they have the little concession where the napkins and the straws are, and then they have another little butter machine that you can put. You press the button and it puts more butter on it. Whether it's real butter or not, I don't fucking care.
It's definitely not, because they charge you extra for butter when you buy it.
Well, I don't fucking care if it's butter flavored gasoline. It's delicious. It goes on my popcorn and I eat it like a Yoshi. It's delicious. I don't care if it's buttered flavored oil. Or I think it's actually malto. I think it's funny enough. It's like maltodextrin or some shit like that. But I only ever bought one fancy popcorn bucket. I do in fact use it for popcorn because it is large. Yeah. If I ever bought a popcorn bucket of anything, it's got to be something that I really fucking love, and it's got to be a size that if it can't hold a large popcorn, I don't want it. And it's got to be dishwasher safe, because when I take it home, it's because it's had popcorn in it, so I want to wash it. So, anywho. Oil! Anywho. But yes, again, without further delay, I'm sorry, we've been rambling a lot. We're gonna make our way into back cover. I hope this lets us pause in between things. What would be your ideal Zelda movie bucket? Okay.
I want Ganondorf's head split open.
No. No.
Dude, imagine having the Triforce bucket, but because it's 3 triangles and one has to be hollow in the middle, it's just fucking awful to eat from.
No, what they're probably gonna do is it's gonna be just a giant triangle that, like, you pull off half of the top triangle from, and it's gonna have, like, the center, it's not gonna have a hole, it's just gonna be painted darker to symbolize the indent. That way you can just, it's just going to be a triangle, and you're probably gonna be able to eat it from upside down. So you're gonna eat it like a millennium, you're gonna hold it like the Millennium Puzzle and eat popcorn like that. My ideal Zelda bucket is a Gorthos head. Imagine making like a paper mache Gorthos head, and then spraying it with silicone so you can take it to the movie theaters and be like, one large popcorn.
My ideal bucket's in Midna.
Honestly, Midna's helm thingy would be a perfect popcorn bucket. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it.
All of it.
Don't do it. Don't. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Or it'll just be a pot. No, that's the polo bucket. That's the polo bucket.
It could just be a fucking rupee.
I mean, yeah, you can do, yeah. Well, here's the thing. A lot of those collectible popcorn buckets are shit to hold.
But the thing about the rupee is it can be multiple different colors. You get the purple one, the red one, the blue one, the green one. If you're suck, the yellow one.
I feel like they would just make it clear or just a green one.
You can be like, you can collect them all, and then your kid sees the movie 4 times. That's why I'm surprised there's no Luma buckets.
Here's the thing. You also have to consider the cost of production to have it done in different colors.
That die's like 20 cents a bucket.
Okay, but like, you gotta like make a bunch of them and then hope that, like, because there's always gonna be one color that sells more than the rest. So I feel like just give a standard one, and if someone wants to paint it, then they can paint it or some shit. You know what? A 3D printed Gorthos bucket. Someone can, like, 3D print that shit. Someone can make, like, an STL for it. And then just print a Gorthos bucket. The polos would be easy. It's just a pot. I would just need to bring a pot. And it'd be like, here's my fucking, yeah. Anywho, okay. I would love to brain rot about Zelda. Trust me, I would love to. It's all I've been doing this past week. But we gotta watch Kingdom Hearts.
And to think, if I didn't send you Ocarina of Time as a Christmas present, none of this would have happened. Finish Majora's Mask. God damn it.
I still haven't finished.
Finish my favorite game. Why do you hate me?
It's not that I hate you, it's that I just felt like, because I want to do all of it, but it means you have to keep going back in time and starting over, and it's like, no.
We have a 3DS that we could mod to make it HD for the computer.
I know. Maybe.
We could mod a 3DS and make it look
Bucket with a
nice.
magic frog chilling inside peeking. That would just be the Ronin bucket. It would just be Magic Frog. It would just be Magic Frog. Magic Frog bucket.
Anyway.
Okay, we're done. I'm turning off this conversation. We're watching Kingdom Hearts now.
Oil.
Right, Squeaky has that thing where being made to do stuff to 100% gives her hives. It's not that it gives me hives, okay? You've got to make it fun. You've got to make it fun. You've got to make it feel like...
Get all the Korok seeds.
Yeah, again, you've got to make it not feel like a chore, because that's what it is. Marco wouldn't have a bucket. You get a collectible feather, and it'd be a keychain. Or a pin! Emerald, it'd be a pin! It'd be a pin!
Oil.
It'd be a pin. It'd be a hat pin. A pin, you're right. Like, Emerald hat pins exist. Okay, guys. Okay, guys.
You can't move on.
Guys,
You're not allowed to.
we're going to watch back cover, and then I'll get into a chat and we can all brain rot about Zelda, okay? Because I have so many thoughts. I have so much. I've been watching so much Zelda. Okay. Oil!
Oil.
All right. Alrighty. All right. Subtitles. Yes. Enable subtitles. Thank you. Wow, that's crunchy. The world was pure darkness, radiant, but I was born into the... Oh, do I just not get to read this? Thank you. It is a fucking mobile game.
Yay!
The fuck is that cat thing? Night will see that they decided to prevent that got the... I'm not gonna like this, am I? Who the fuck? Marco's just his hat, but upside down. Alrighty. I remember that the mobile game looked like this, and I was like, are we fucking kidding me? It looks like such a fucking Flash game, bro. Oil! Oil! And it's canon. And yeah, and it's canon, and then it got freaking EOD'd. Or EOS. Me Adventures had better animation. Yo. Like, I remember when, like, they announced this, and I was just like, you've completely fucking lost me. I'm not doing it, Square Enix. I'm not downloading a mobile game. I'm not doing that. I don't care. And it's like, everyone's a Keyblade wielder, and it's like, yeah, I get it. It's like predating all this shit. It's like the very, very, very start of the timeline. But like, I played it, it was fine, annoying, but fine. Yeah, I heard it was all right. I heard it was okay. But I just was not going to give a shit. It eventually leads up to the Keyblade War, and for better or for worse, I fucking guess. But then it got like freaking end of service, and everybody was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then they did the same thing with Missing Link, except we didn't even get it.
So that makes you the indisposable number 7. Huh. Come on, it's simple. You 6 plus me is 7. Wait, don't tell me I don't count.
No.
I will also, I still have the chat to look at you guys. I'm still be looking at the chat, but I'm gonna make it not visible here just so we can see things a little bit better. We'll keep the Ko-Fi. We'll keep the Ko-Fi. Just so we don't
Here,
block
take
anything,
it.
you know?
In
But I still have the chat so I can see.
playful and mischievous way, he gave his apprentice Lushu a very important role. What seemed like a simple task was the element that would connect all of the events to come. Long, long ago, all the worlds were still one. One day, this would be called the Age of Fairy Tales. It all began here in Daybreak Town. The Master of Masters had an eye that gazes into the future. He bestowed upon 5 of his 6 apprentices a copy of the Book of Prophecies, in which was written the events to come.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I think, didn't he like troll them and like give them all 5 different books? Case of Era.
So, did you look through the book?
Yes. But I'm still analyzing it.
Wow, no quick skim for you, huh?
I just prefer to be thorough. Master, is what it says in the last passage true?
Oh yeah, that. Bummer, huh?
Yes.
By the way, if one day I suddenly disappear, I'm counting on you to keep the others calm, okay?
Huh? Disappear?
Vanish, dim, fade. I don't know how to explain it. It's just hypothetical talk.
Okay.
This world is full of light. It's a world comprised of many smaller worlds, all connected, stretching as far as the eye can see. One great light protects us all throughout this vast land. All worlds share one light, one fate.
I take it you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Yep, you're right on the money. People believe that the light that is Kingdom Hearts will be here forever. But if it were to disappear, the world would be enveloped in darkness.
I understand. That is why you granted us these Keyblades. With these, we can spread the teachings of light. And we can protect Kingdom Hearts from darkness.
No, they're not for protecting Kingdom Hearts.
Huh?
The final passage reads, "On that fated land, a great war shall transpire. Darkness will prevail, and the light expire."
Isn't it our duty as Keyblade wielders to prevent this war from taking place?
Not possible.
What?
You really think you can change the future?
Then
Why does he talk like this? Like, why does the Master of Masters talk like such a dude, bro? Why does he talk like such a... It's so weird that the student speaks like so polite and reserved and calm-ish. And the Master of Masters talks like someone who graduated Penn State 5 years ago.
what do you want us to do?
I get... Okay.
We have to focus on what comes after. There's no use thinking of ways to change events that we know are
It's an
gonna
interesting
happen.
choice and no one,
But
I think, expected
What
it.
about
Yeah.
all of those who are here now? And the ones who will be here when the darkness
I don't
finally
mind
comes?
it, mind you. I don't mind it.
Are we to abandon all of them?
Come on. Are you telling me that you think the world can be saved by just 7 people?
We have to at least try. With enough Keyblade wielders, we could...
Well, if you want to give it a shot.
Yes.
Alrighty, good luck.
Hmm. And then there's just the organization cloak in general. It's pretty much just the Master of Masters' cloak.
And so the reliable Ira, who wore the mask of the unicorn, was given his role to take over for the Master and to lead the others. Similarly, the virtuous Envy, who wore the mask of the snake, was given her role to watch over the others with a fair eye.
Mm-hmm.
The fearless Aced,
Ira.
who wore
Envy.
the mask of the bear, was
Aced.
given his role to support their brand new leader, Ira. The prudent Ava, who wore the mask of the fox, was given her role to prepare exceptional Keyblade wielders for the world after.
Ava.
The cool-headed Gula, who wore the
Gula.
mask of the leopard, was given his role to uncover the mystery of the Book of Prophecies. Lushu, the first of the apprentices to be given their role, watched
Lushu.
his companions from afar as they learned what it was that
Yeah, I have it. That's what we're watching. Anywho.
they were meant to do. Then
No.
he disappeared.
No, it for some reason started with that. Which is
Not
weird.
long after that, the master vanished, dimmed, and faded without a trace.
Okay.
This is where your story began. The story of your very own adventure.
I recognize this voice. I don't remember her name. She sounds like Kari from Digimon. Yeah, Kari from Digimon. I was gonna say Charisse from Scryed because that's the voice I recognize. Like, yeah, Kari from Digimon, but I also know her most. When I hear her voice, I think of Charisse from Scryed and Bunny from Beastars. I actually haven't seen Beastars yet. Yeah, it's just Kari from Digimon.
The master's apprentices armed themselves with the Book of Prophecies.
Mm-hmm.
They each created a union. This would fulfill his wishes. Then, they set out to rally Keyblade wielders just like you.
Yeah,
By
I
defeating
think that was why it was called
Heartless,
Union Cross.
the monsters of darkness, they would gather light.
Mm-hmm. Chi, back cover. Laura Jo Miller, yes.
There's a traitor among us.
Are you certain? What proof do you have?
I found this sniffing around.
Is that a Dark Cherothy? Is
Don't
that
you're not gonna.
a nightmare?
Oh God.
Master, did you make this? It's so cute!
Well, things are gonna get pretty hectic around here soon. But this Spirit Chirithy is gonna make your lives much easier. Hopefully.
Spirit?
You could say they're like cats or dogs. And they'll be your loyal pets. Every wielder will have one of these adorable little guys at their side. They're here to help, so play nice.
Okay.
So are they a Dream Eater?
Oh, right. Before I forget. If a wielder is overcome by malice, or rather if their heart is tainted by darkness, their adorable little spirit will turn dark and become a nightmare.
So you're
Okay.
telling us that if we see a nightmare,
Someone has fallen into darkness.
Exactly. And if you don't stop this renegade spirit, it'll plant darkness in the hearts of others. And you'll have an army of nightmares on your hands. Beware.
So, if we see one of these nightmares anywhere, we have to get rid of it on the spot.
No! I won't let you do that!
No wonder you ended up as the bear. You're scary.
Your point?
Maybe you can growl at them.
Don't insult me!
Come on, Hased. You won't know if it works unless you try.
Please tell me you're joking. It's not me!
There's an easy way to solve this. If we all summon our spirits, then we'll know.
Unfortunately, there are countless wielders in our unions. It would be easy for any of us to summon a Chirithy that isn't a nightmare. I'm afraid that your suggestion wouldn't help us get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, in that case, who's to say that the nightmare you saw belongs to one of us? It could belong to anyone in our unions.
That's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given in order to make them stronger? We generally don't concern ourselves with what they have at their disposal.
You can tell us,
However,
please.
I believe those tools were the nightmare's doing.
Can you tell us what
The
they were?
bangles. I know when they're equipped,
Okay, well, what do
they
those
have
do?
the power to collect dark energy.
Thank you.
But I thought we all agreed that was okay.
Collecting is fine, but using that power is the equivalent of using the power of darkness.
It's a brilliant plan. Everyone knows that all spirits look the same, and wielders exist in spades. There's no way to tell.
Oh no. Everyone's already equipped their bangles.
So what now? How do we find out who's behind this?
Seeing as those bangles couldn't have been acquired by just anyone, I believe it's one of us here in this room.
No, Ira. I respectfully disagree. What proof do we have that the bangles are tied to the power of darkness, or if a nightmare is to blame? We shouldn't simply jump to conclusions.
Ira, some leader you are. You've managed to plant seeds of doubt in all of us with that speech. What, did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours? That was foolish.
Ased, that's quite enough.
It looks to me like the Master made the wrong choice.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
I think we're done here. I trust you'll keep us all updated.
I hope we can all resolve this soon.
This is what happens when you have an hour to sum up a gacha game.
That didn't go as expected.
What's wrong, Ira? This isn't like you.
A lost page. Something's missing from our book of prophecies. Each of our copies were said to contain the events of the future. But this incident, well, it's nowhere to be found.
And how does this whole thing with the traitor tie together?
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found. In my book.
Ira, are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page? And the person with the complete book is the traitor?
There is...
Let's see. Also, small thing. People like to note that Ased Travis Willingham's Keyblade sort of resembles Terra's. We only got a very brief look at them, so I didn't notice. In color scheme and material, if not shape.
something going on.
Yeah,
and the
their
page
their
is
things definitely had their
suspiciously
animal
missing from the book.
motifs.
It's not so
Except like
far-fetched
the pink
to
chick,
assume
Ava.
that
Like
the
hers
one
is all
who has
flowery
the
and
lost
cute.
page has been turned. That they have fallen into the hands of darkness. Trust me.
There seems to be no record of it in my book either. You may be onto something. I wonder, could this have been the Master's plan all along? To grant the lost page to only one of us?
We have no way of knowing. The Master is gone.
I understand what you were saying. I promise to keep a close eye on the others. I will keep you informed, as always.
This is how people
Thanks.
speak.
Of course. After all, that is what the Master asked of me. And Ira, may your heart be your guiding key.
Okay. Case of Envy. Yeah, they just kind of have the titles
So,
like all
to
around.
Sum it up. I'll need you to observe the others. Easy breezy.
All right.
Like I said, Ira may have to take over for me. But don't be shy. Just be fair. And do not be afraid to speak up. Even though I say observe, you'll need to be the mediator. Make sure people get along.
I understand, but without you or Luciu, to form and maintain our own unions it's a little unnerving, to be honest.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a little. Maybe I'll never disappear. Wait. Do you want me to go?
What? No, of course not.
I was just kidding.
Oh, I see.
Look, I get that change can be hard for everyone, but things need to keep moving forward. And you need to keep up. Otherwise, you'll just get left behind, all alone. Now that you know what the future holds, Envy, what does your heart say? May your heart be your guiding key. I say it all the time. You ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right.
Oh, okay. A few days later.
I was wrong about Ira. I thought he would make a great leader, but he let me down. Well, what do you two think?
And yeah, I know
believe
Alva's
what
mask
Ira
was a fox.
said,
That's what I said.
Do you?
Of course not. His argument was unconvincing. It's like Envy said. He's just making baseless assumptions given the situation. There's no evidence to tie his accusations to anyone, let alone one of us.
Maybe there's something he hasn't told us.
And he needs to tell us. How dare he look at us with suspicion? We're his comrades.
I wouldn't call us comrades. Anyway, could you get to the point? I know you didn't call us here just to complain.
I want the three of us to form an alliance.
But alliances are forbidden, us said.
I knew it. I had a feeling it would come to this. So, we join forces, then confront Ira?
Confronting him is pointless. Ira won't change his mind. I know there's darkness at work. There's no question. But I don't believe for a second there's a traitor among us. Unfortunately, Ira doesn't share the same belief. He's just wasting time trying to figure out who the traitor is.
You know what's really funny here? He's like, I don't think any of us is the traitor. Let's betray him. Let's betray him. Yep, that works. That's a smart idea. Hi, Spicy.
The darkness won't wait.
No, we have
and
the
neither
black
should
ones.
We need to band together now and find a way to fight it.
Guess it makes sense.
I agree that we need to do something to fight the darkness. But combining our unions? That was strictly forbidden by the Master.
He's no longer
The cinematography is awful.
I'm in.
How you doing, hun?
Let's
We're
be
doing
clear.
alright.
The Alliance is just...
I'll probably use some of it in my coffee tomorrow, so just probably just pop her in the fridge. Does it count as betrayal if they're just taking precautions? By doing exactly what they're not supposed to do? No, it's considered betrayal. Because now, because Ira has made the accusation that someone in the room is a traitor, and Aced got pissed off at the accusation, now as he's taken all Ava and Gyula, and he's like, we need to form an alliance, and we need to get Ira off of the leadership position. And they're like, but we're not allowed to do that. Isn't that betraying him? Isn't that being a traitor? In trying to prove that there is no treason and that there is no imposter, Aced has become the imposter. And they can say, well, it's about precaution, but first off, they don't have Envy's not involved. They didn't grab Envy to talk about it. And again, they're doing this in some sort of private. They're not trying to actually confront Ira properly about this at the moment. They're just like, you can't say there's a traitor with no proof. And to be fair, yeah, you can't. You have no proof. The way that you came up with of distinguishing proof is a flawed one. But now he proposes doing this, something that they've been outright forbidden from doing. That could be considered grounds for betrayal. I'm gonna grab some food real quick while I think about this. That all being said, we believe. Also, who said the traitor had to be among them? It could be one of the union members. The thing is, again, there's no way to figure it out. There's no way to figure it out. And it wouldn't be a wrong assumption, or at least not a completely misguided assumption, to assume that if there is a traitor among one of the unions, that it's coming from somewhere, that the root is deeper than you would think, coming down to the 5 of them. I'm not saying it's right, but
between the 2 of us,
I have a big bowl of mac and cheese now.
I don't want my union members involved.
Gula. I want to follow the Master's teachings.
Understood. That's your choice to make. You should do whatever you feel is right.
Yeah.
By the way, Aced, do Ira and Envy know?
I haven't talked to Ira about it for obvious reasons, but I did ask Envy to join us.
Okay, here she is.
See me?
Yeah, we're gonna prove it. We're gonna do a traitor.
Ava, what are you doing here? What's the meaning of this?
Hear me out, Envy. I want an alliance among our unions. Gula here has already agreed. Will you join us? And together we can...
And disobey the Master's teachings?
We don't have a choice. Darkness is approaching, and we need to combine our strength to stand against it.
The Master bestowed each of us with a different role, and he specifically told us to keep our union separate, to maintain the balance of power. He told us that any imbalance would lead to a desire for more power, which leads to darkness. I know you haven't forgotten. Perhaps it's you who has been tainted by darkness.
I'm tainted by darkness? Then what about you, Envy? You spy on us and report everything you see back to Ira. You really think you have no darkness in your heart after what you did?
Because that is my role.
What'd you do?
To observe us, yes, but not to disclose everything we say and do to Ira.
That's...
For all we know, you and Ira could be allies, scheming behind our backs.
That's enough.
I feel like Pinky Fox Girl's gonna end up being the weakest link. She's a lot more soft-spoken.
When will it stop? I don't want us to turn against each other.
Master Alva.
Oh, hello. Your name is Ephemer, right?
Uh-huh. Hey, can I join you?
Uh-huh.
No.
Why the long face? Did something happen?
Long day. Do you remember what you asked me before? About why the unions compete against each other instead of working together. Actually, I always wondered the same thing.
Huh? Isn't it just because the Master said so?
Yes. And as such, we must obey. The Master said so. So it is. Lately, I've really started to wonder. You once told me that you were looking for answers. That you wanted to solve the mysteries of this world. Well, I think that's how things should be. We need to question things and think for ourselves.
Whoa! You are really not yourself today. I guess even foretellers have their off days. Hey, maybe talking about the book will cheer you up.
She's a fortune
Not a
teller?
chance.
Aww.
You were trying to pull a fast one on me, weren't you?
Oh, no, I was joking.
If you say so. But to be honest, I think it would be great if all the unions could work together and be friends.
You know, I made a friend from another union today. Wasn't much of a talker, maybe just shy. We're meeting again tomorrow.
That sounds like so much fun. Then you'd better go home and get some
Fortune
sleep.
teller. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it's a
it
cute
was
little
nice
mask.
talking to you. I don't know what's got you down, but please cheer up.
Thank you. If the worst happens, I'll be glad to leave the future to the kids who see the world in the way that you do. Let the wind carry you far, far away. My dandelions.
Envy. Have you learned something?
It seems Ased and Gula's unions are now allied.
So Ased is the traitor after all.
No, I don't believe he is.
Why's that?
To Ased, unification is a means of gathering strength to oppose the darkness. So I believe his heart still belongs to the light.
Even so, forming alliances was strictly
Unicorns.
forbidden by the Master.
Yes, and his teachings are absolute. That's why I will try and persuade Gula to dissolve their alliance.
Then I'll do it.
No. Please, let me do the talking. Your intervention will do nothing more than spur Ased's anger.
All right.
I freaking love mac
I'll
and
leave it
cheese,
to you.
bro.
And one more thing. Ased has begun to question the two of us. As a precaution, my reports will be less frequent. I don't want him to get the wrong idea. Please understand.
Y'all want to hear my mac and cheese? Oh, fuck. You're gonna hear my fork. Okay. I'm sorry. T-minus 1 minute to ads? Alrighty. Mac and cheese today too, with bits of bacon. Yo! Same. Bits of bacon. We're getting close to ads. So I'm gonna just take a moment to kind of sit here and think about what the fuck just happened. So. Let me just start them right now, actually. So, we've got Ira, who's meant to be the leader. Envy, who's supposed to be an observer and keep everyone getting along. Ava has a job. Gyula has a job. And Aced have a job. Right now, considering there's no way to play Union Cross, and this is only an hour, I don't know how much of a job it's doing summarizing it. Obviously, these 5 are the key components to it. Because I think you join a faction, and then you go about the story. And again, with the Book of Prophecies, it's not that they're supposed to prevent anything. It's just, hey guys, here's what's gonna happen. Ayatu. And it's like, okay. I don't think they cross-referenced each other's books. I think Ira being like, hey, this whole, there's a traitor among us, not in my book. It's not in my book. And then Envy being like, it's not in my book either. And now, at least Ira is thinking that one of them has a secret page. I feel like calling it a lost page is not quite right, because at least in the case of Ira's and Envy's, none of their books have shown signs of tampering. They haven't been like, there's a page missing from my book. There's just assuming there's a lost page. But they haven't found anything to assume that a page has been torn out. So now, at least, again, Ira thinks that someone has additional information that not all of them have. They haven't quite acted on that, though. But it's something in the mind. To be honest, I feel like if I hadn't watched some breakdown videos of Union Cross, I'd be so confused right now. I mean, it's not the best job. I don't know how long the MSQ of the story. I don't know how long the main story of Union Cross is lengthwise. But they made this with the idea of, we can't play this game anymore. We need to get to the point for those who, you know, jump into Kingdom Hearts and need to experience this because this is an important chapter. What now? But right now, I don't know where this is going. I know it's supposed to eventually end with a Keyblade War, because that is a finite thing that happens. Or not a finite thing, but that is a definitive thing that happens. Like, that is going to happen. And the Keyblade War involves these 5 factions. But if they do have alliances, then it becomes a war between 2 sides. So, now that ads are out of the way, hello guys who are in ads, welcome back. You didn't miss a thing. We'll continue now.
Yes, I do.
A few months later.
I think I'm done.
Done with what?
The Alliance. I think it's time to call it quits.
For what reason?
To put it simply, I entered this alliance thinking we were preparing to fight some impending darkness, but
We haven't
it
done a
hasn't come.
goddamn thing.
In fact, there haven't been any suspicious incidents recently, and you haven't rallied anyone else to your cause.
Yeah, but
This alliance is meaningless. Even
We've
if
just
we
been
choose
fucking
to-
circle jerking.
Envy?
Uh-oh. You weren't supposed to find out.
Is Envy the one who told you to break our alliance?
Maybe. But I'm the one who decided to do it. And I've already told you why.
But we don't even know who the traitor is yet!
Or that... Have you found any way to figure
That's
that?
exactly why.
Yeah, like... What do you want him to do? You've been doing nothing. Got nothing.
I just can't trust anyone but myself.
Don't you realize you won't stand a chance against the darkness on your own?
Sorry, my mind's made up.
Something really interesting as I'm also like taking an eye on like this cutscene, and I'm guessing this is on the new engine that's going to be in 3 and Fragmentary Passage. And thinking back to the in-game cutscenes of the previous Kingdom Hearts. And it was a very, very minor touch. But I thought it was really cool. Whenever the characters moved, you not only heard the folds of their clothing, the rustling of their clothing, but the clinking of the jewelry and the metals that they had. The tinkle of zippers and chains. You definitely hear it the most in Kingdom Hearts 2, around the organization members when they're walking around. You hear the little clinking of the tie end with the bauble when they move, and that little chain that they have. And these fuckers have these little clinking, these little like weird crystal thingies. And not fucking once have I heard them tinkle or tankle or just anything that implies that they are not wearing any other material aside from cloth. And maybe, just fucking maybe, I have slowly become more and more of an audio snob as I've, you know, done voiceover and freaking messed around with audio and sound effects and stuff, whether I publish stuff or not. It's enough to notice. And, you just couldn't add some little ding-ling, 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 bing. Like, nothing. I think they used, join me in snobbery, I think they used Unreal, which wouldn't surprise me. It just definitely looks like a new engine. Enjoy the lurk. But it's definitely something that I really, it was such a silly little dumb detail, in Kingdom Hearts 2 especially, and some of the later titles, where whenever the characters moved, you would hear, again, the little tinklings and ratterings of, you know, of their cloth. And not just, and it wasn't just cloth.mp3. The textures of the cloth. You would hear the leather, the stretching of leather on their gloves. Hi, Koju. I'm being an audio snob. When they would grip their fists, you would hear the stretching of the leather when they turn their fists. Again, when they turn quickly or when they walk towards you, the little tinkerings and tatterings of the baubles and chains on their dress. And I don't hear any of it, and it feels a little lifeless. It feels a little lifeless. They're just these tiny little itty-bitty details that kind of really, like, make you feel like you're, like, a part of something that I love when games do it. It's something that, like, Honkai Star Rail is a good example, or Hoyo games in general, that they do a lot right now, that whenever the character is moving, you always hear something tinkling and tattering and, you know, to show that the character is moving, and it's unique to that character. But yeah, just being a little bit of an audio snob for a bit. Gyula doesn't want. Gyula's like, this alliance is a waste of time. Envy told me it's a waste of time. Now Aset is like, uh-oh.
Envy, you will regret this.
This fucker's falling in the darkness and doesn't even know it. He's getting so mad. Good intentions, but really not handling it well. Like, you yelled at Envy already. You're gonna keep yelling at her? Yeah, that'll get her to do what you want. Case of Aset.
You been here long? My bad.
No.
So, what did you want?
You didn't forget, did you? You're the one who called me here.
Look, like nothing. You hear nothing.
Kidding. I didn't forget. Give me a little credit here. I was just testing you.
Like, is it plastic?
Right.
Now then, allow me to tell you about your role. You're going to be Ira's right-hand man.
What? Ira's right-hand man? What do you mean?
Well, Ira's gonna be the new leader after I'm gone, you see. So, just stand by. Don't disappoint.
Explain to me, Master. What do you mean Ira's going to be leader?
What? Is that disappointment I hear? Did you want to be leader?
No! I mean, if you had asked me to be the leader, that's a different story, but I wasn't trying.
You really want to be leader?
Also, just... Sound designers sleep. Yeah. Also... like... Maybe it's an Unreal Engine thing. There's no sound with hanging cloth. Yeah, that's a lot of... Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of movement with hanging cloth and no sound. And again, all those little crystally looking bits, that weird brooch shit that's like right under the word return, that's like holding his cloak. There's no shine to it. It feels just there. It feels plastic. This looks like a costume. The only reason I can tell cloth is in the material is because the texture's slapped everywhere. It's not visually appealing. Oh, hold on. It's not very visually appealing.
Well...
The gem, like,
I know you want.
everything reflects the same. The gem reflects just like the mask. Oh, no.
But that just isn't enough. Any chump can say, "You, here's a huge promotion. Good job," and make you head honcho. But enthusiasm alone doesn't make a great leader.
Like, again, those baubles, that chain and like tassel ties in Kingdom Hearts 2, they would move and they would tinkle. Like, it's just...
Ira needs someone like you to give him a push in the right direction.
I agree. Ira is definitely the most worthy among us. I'm sure he'll make a fine leader.
Then it's settled.
Wait, I agree that he is worthy. But why do we need a new leader, Master? Does that mean you will no longer be teaching us?
Well,
like, nothing.
I might disappear one day. Well, I might disappear.
Disappear? Why? Where?
Speak up sooner if you're listening. It was embarrassing for me. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna disappear or not. It's anyone's guess right now.
But...
in any case, you need to support your...
Wait, we can't even hear the... Yeah, no, there's nothing. There's no environmental sound. There's nothing. The sound design doesn't exist here. I always felt the new style makes everything look like... Yes! It looks like toys. It looks like plastic. Everything looks plastic.
We both know he's quite serious. He's always just thinking and thinking and thinking behind that unicorn mask of his. So everyone
gears
will
aren't
be
moving.
counting on you to spur him into action.
Right.
You might not be
Oh, they are.
entirely happy with your role.
Oh, wow.
But
Never
just
mind.
know
Oh, my
that it's
God.
the most important one. Capiche? Now, shall I elaborate? Making Ira the leader is
See,
only
I just
good
heard
in
it.
theory, but sometime later you might
was so
think,
tight.
he's terrible at this. In which case, it'll be your job to step up. Who knows? Your leadership
I'm hearing it now. I'm hearing the tiny little tinkles in his robe. Like, yes. Now do that more.
might be just what everyone needs. And that is your true role.
Yeah.
May your heart be your guiding key. Best of luck, Arsed.
Yeah, all the robes look like...
It's been over a year since the Master left. It's time for me to fulfill my true role.
Robes are made of corduroy, bro.
Why do you get in my way?
Don't be so conceited. I'm protecting the balance, just like the Master told us to. You need
Symbolism.
to come to your senses.
If we don't do something, light will expire. Then we won't be able to avoid the grim future that awaits. We need to defy the Master's teachings to protect the world.
You're saying he was wrong?
He's not here anymore. I won't let his prophecy come true. I won't let the world fall into darkness.
You fool!
I don't think his looks like Terra. At least I can't get a good angle of it.
Ava, over here!
Envy! Assad! What's going on?
I found out who the traitor is. Regrettably.
No, that's not true!
Ava, there's no time to lose.
May my heart be my guiding key.
Well, that was... That's a lot of property damage. I hope someone has the money to fix that. Case of Gula.
Master. Master?
I see.
If you're busy, I can always come back later.
Sure. Oh, no, stay. Now, where? Ah, here it is.
It's so light, but I hear it now.
What's this?
Go on, read it.
This is from the Book of Prophecies. But
Yep. It's a page that's not in any of your books.
and what's written here is
Your role. You must find the traitor hidden among you, and stop them before it's too late. And in order to help you find the traitor...
I get it. That's why you gave us all different roles, isn't it? If anyone deviates from the job they were given, we can easily conclude that they are the traitor. It's brilliant.
Way to steal my thunder, show off.
Huh?
It's not fair. My plan was supposed to blow your mind with its grandeur. Your jaw should have hit the floor at my sheer genius.
I'm sorry? But was my logic flawed?
Oh, you're right. So, I guess now you've earned your time in the limelight. Even though there is a traitor, act normal and keep focused. Trust no one but yourself.
Hmm.
Trust no one but myself.
Love the Elder Master character being a weird eccentric. It's capable of seriousness. Oh yeah, no, he's been fun. Everyone else here is fucking boring. Right now, Ased's kind of looking like the traitor because he's not doing his role.
Gula.
He's supposed to be with Ira and being his right-hand man. Ah! What the fuck? One sec. One sec. Something fucked up. There we go. There we go. Fixed it. Kind of. One sec. There we go. Now it's fixed. So probably gonna fuck up again. I forgot that puppy mode is weird when it comes to the outfits. Okay. Let's get back to this.
Do you want to know what my role is?
I enjoy how trust no one but yourself introduces the idea that the master could also be the traitor. Yeah. Yeah, how did the master who acts like that have such sticks in the mud for students? But the master also told Ased to stand against Ira if he believes he's a bad leader. That is true.
Huh? The books we were given are incomplete. There's a lost page.
Lost page?
On that page, it is written that there is a traitor.
Mm-hmm.
The master told me to find and stop that person.
I called you my comrade. But never again, Gula. It doesn't matter to me if you think I am the traitor and you want to strike me down. You knew there was a traitor and you just watched silently as we fought each other. And I won't forgive you for that.
You can barely stay on your feet. Just give up already!
Don't you underestimate me!
Please stop!
You too, huh?
Why did it have to come to this?
She's like the most out of the loop, which is kind of funny. Well, gibberish. I think the biggest thing is that even if he is standing against Ira, he's not doing it right. He's not being like, hey, I'm not supporting you on this. This is not how you do the checks and balances. They're supposed to be transparent with one another. Except for Gula, who was told not to trust anybody. But I don't know, maybe they'll talk now, because Ira's right there.
And make it quick.
That's not what brought me here today. I wish to fulfill the role bestowed upon me. That's all. It isn't our place to try to change the events of the future. That is not our mission. We're here to make sure that light lives on. With only 5 lights, we can't afford to lose any.
You still count me as one of the 5 lights?
Of course.
Only you could be such a good guy after everything we've been through. But hey, I guess that's one of the reasons I respect you so much. However, we still might only be 4.
I kind of killed...
Talking about Gula.
I kind of
He's
killed
using
Gula.
the knowledge of something called the Lost Page. He said that it contains events that are missing from all of our books.
I don't know why Gula said that shit. Gula should have said fucking
He's
nothing.
using it to discover and apprehend whoever is the traitor. Claims that's his role. But who knows what his real intentions are? What I do know is that I'll never forgive him for hiding the fact that he knew someone would betray us. That's the biggest betrayal of all.
I'd like to believe that Gula was simply carrying out his role. Aset, I'll deal with this matter. Please keep it to yourself for now.
Understood.
I need to see that lost page.
Few
Why
days
did
later.
You tell Ira? It had to be you, because you were the only one who knew where we were hiding. Didn't you think for a second that your actions could be making things worse than they already are?
And why should that even bother you? Not only do you have your union, but you've also gathered the finest Keyblade wielders from other unions, and you're training them in a secret location, aren't you?
Yes, because that is my role!
I had no idea. I apologize. I overstepped.
I was told to!
I shouldn't have snapped at you.
Do they not even know each other? Well, yeah, they don't know each other's roles. Of course. Alright.
What did Ira want?
I don't know exactly. He just asked me to give up Gula. His eyes, they were scary.
How are you even able to see? They're
I was
all wearing
worried he'd do
masks.
something awful. I knew I couldn't tell him where Gula was. Then
I'm just doing my job that
he
we're
turned
hiding
around
from
and
each
walked
other.
away.
I see. And Gula? How is he doing?
I don't know. He's gone.
Someone's coming. They're headed straight this way.
Take care of him. Ira? Is something wrong?
I know Gula's here.
What?
Tell me where he is.
But why? What are you going to do?
None of your concern.
Don't.
What?
I won't let you near him.
So that's it. All right. I'll go.
You slept with my girlfriend? Yes, because that is my role.
Something happened?
Ira was here. He wanted me to give you up.
I knew it. It's finally come to this.
Come to what?
Everyone
And
wants
use
to
that
know
as a new
about the
vocal
lost
stem
page.
because that is my role.
The lost page?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll walk away a bit and let you lead me to. Yeah, seriously. Just okay.
It's a page the Master gave me. It doesn't exist in any of our books.
Mm.
It contains a passage about an inevitable betrayal. It talks about the one who bears the sigil. That's it. So, I don't know
Okay,
what
what
to
the
make of it, to be honest.
What is this
My role
cinematography, bro?
is to find out who it is.
Like, you had no reason to do that camera angle. Whatever weird, that camera shit with the river, you didn't have to do that. What the fuck?
I suspected Aced and went to confront him.
Hold on, my shit's acting up again because of the redeem. There we go. Everybody betray me. I fed up with this world.
And look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you telling me this, Gula? I have enough to think about, keeping with the Master's teachings and my role.
Always walking the straight and narrow. I'm a fool for basing my actions on what is written on that lost page. Everything in the passage is ambiguous at best. That's why I need to find out.
But how?
By asking the Master.
But he's not here anymore.
I'm going to summon Kingdom Hearts.
What?
Then he'll have no choice but to come back.
Summoning Kingdom Hearts is forbidden!
That's exactly why. The only way to get him back is to break the rules. If things don't change, the entire world is doomed.
None of us can think for ourselves.
In order to go through with it, I'll need Lux. I don't have nearly enough. You always do the right thing. Help me with this.
I'm sorry. I know you want the Master to return. But you don't know how summoning Kingdom Hearts will affect the rest of the world. The Master, he forbid it for a reason. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I see. May your heart be your guiding key.
Ghoul is on a mission to collect Lux.
Ah. That explains why Aced and Ira are as well.
It's okay.
Trying to maintain the balance.
Listen, I'm the smartest of us all, and that means I understand we're all fucking stupid. Yeah, so it's starting to feel like the master of masters in his own way is the traitor, whether because he is actually bad or he's just really fucking with them. Because when you really think about it, at least so far, we don't know what he has told Ava exactly. He has given them something. He has given them a role. He's given them a book. But he's also given them very loose breadcrumbs and has implanted in them a single seed of doubt. So when it comes to specifically the one that comes to mind is Aced. So Aced was told that you will be Ira's right-hand man. You are Ira is the leader. You are to listen to him until it comes a day where you think he's doing it wrong, in which you are to stand against him. Intentionally or not, he did seem to set them all up for failure. I'm going to assume that with the type of character that they have made the Master of Masters right now, if he is doing this, it's absolutely intentional. Absolutely intentional. No way would you present a character the way they have presented the Master of Masters and not made every single move he is making deliberate. If this is what his end goal is, it's deliberate. It's also a pretty classic circumstance for the person saying trust no one to be the traitor. Exactly. So with Aced, he says listen to everything Ira says until you start questioning him, and then don't. He tells Envy, observe and make sure that everyone gets along. He told Gula, hey, he told Gula, hey, here's a bonus page that nobody else got. There's going to be a traitor. You need to figure it out. And when you do figure it out, do something about it. But don't trust anybody. So, like, don't tell anyone, but don't trust anybody. And then Ira, it's just, you're the leader. You have to make sure that, there is still light in the world, that nothing falls to darkness, that the Book of Prophecies that everything happens to the Book of Prophecies. We're not to prevent the book, we are to preserve the book. Again, we don't know what he told Ava. Her role seems to be train up people from every faction, the really special good ones, and prepare them for something. That is her role. I don't know yet what her exact role is, because it was from the very beginning. And they kind of just threw flashy colors at me, so it was hard to listen. But eventually we're gonna probably get to her a little bit and learn what her true role is. But again, Aced, he was like, what? Did you want to be the leader? Do you think he's not good enough to be the leader? Are you, when you doubt him, are you gonna really go at it? Like, what are you gonna do? Why don't you trust him? What are you saying I'm wrong for doing this? And shit like that. When it comes to Gula, Gula kind of figured him out and pissed him off with that, where he was like, I wanted to fucking surprise you and catch you off guard. Why do you have to be a smart little shit? With Envy, it was just, hey, be a good girl and make sure everybody gets along. Make sure nobody's doing anything weird. Keep Ira in the up and up. Keep Ira in the up and up if you feel like things are gonna start trouble. But just make sure that you keep tabs on everybody. And that's the thing. In Envy keeping tabs on everybody, she ends up telling everything to Ira. So now, at least in the case of Aced, it was like, well, now we feel like we have no privacy. We're not supposed to be in allegiance with one another. We're not supposed to be outwardly against one another, but you telling Ira everything, it kind of feels like we're under him and that we can't act on our own accord when we're supposed to be independent. So that's weird. So it gives animosity to Envy. Gula, he's got this whole page, so he's not truly cooperating with everybody. He doesn't trust anybody. Because he's got to sniff out whoever the traitor is. It makes him keep tabs on certain people of interest, but it doesn't, he's always going to be suspicious no matter what, which is why he also keeps to himself. And Ira seems to just want to see the good in everybody and trust and believe in people, but he was the one that started this shit. He was the one that found the nightmare and was like, one of y'all is the fucking traitor, and didn't look into how to prove that it's one of them. So now everyone now has this underlying thought of one of us is a traitor. One of us is a traitor. And now any trust that they did have towards one another is completely gone. That one little seed has now fucked everything up. Because now it's playing on all of their anxieties that were planted by the master. You know, hey, Envy, they're not getting along. I guess you better keep telling freaking Ira about what's going on. Or maybe not tell Ira anything and keep all this information to yourself. Hey, Hakin Gula, maybe Aset is a traitor because he's kind of, you know, he keeps saying there's a traitor, but y'all ain't finding nobody and y'all ain't doing anything. So what's that all about? Is he just wasting your time when you could be doing other things like finding the traitor? Maybe that's very traitor of him. Like I don't know. It's kind of everywhere. It feels like he's set them all up.
But that isn't the balance we were expected to keep. If everyone's collecting light solely for themselves, Keyblade wielders will soon turn against one another, which will lead to the Keyblade War.
Then what's written in the book, all of it will happen.
Light will expire.
Envy, what are you going to do?
I'll gather Lux too. No matter what, the balance must be kept. Ava, you do the same. We must delay the inevitable.
Right.
Case of Ava.
What's written in the last page of the book is gonna happen. The entire world will be lost to darkness.
But Master, isn't there anything we can do?
Well, that's what brings me to your role. You might just be the only hope of keeping light from expiring.
Hope?
It's so slight.
Master, what is it that you need me to do? Oh.
Don't get involved in any battles. Forget the notion of unions. Find Keyblade wielders with potential and create an entirely separate organization. Then, like the seeds of a dandelion, let them fly to another world. They will keep the light alive.
You really think that I'm the right person for this?
Ava, you're the only person for this.
I understand. Today you're here to continue with your training for our mission. This session may seem like it's familiar to you, but in a world that is different, one made of dreams, you are our hope. A war will soon wage. Those who strive to protect the light will turn their weapons on their allies for the sake of loyalty to their own unions. To be honest, I don't know how far I can guide all of you. What you must remember is that anyone can lose themselves to the darkness. However, there will be no winners. Everything will be lost. Except all of you who are the seeds of hope. When the time comes, and there is war, you mustn't fight, but instead you must fly away from here to the world outside. This training is to help you fulfill this crucial task. The future is in all your hands, as is the world's light.
He didn't joke or act
May your
goofy at all.
hearts be your guiding key.
You shake it so vigorously. Jester makes his GG subs and then he shakes it so vigorously. I don't have to shake it nearly as vigorously.
So a lot of
Mine is fine. Mine has never been an issue. Maybe it's because I shake it with kindness. I shake it with acceptance and love. You just shake it with ferocity and violence. Like a man. Like a man. You want more mac and cheese or can I have the rest? Probably not a good idea, actually.
What?
Did you have your serving of mac and cheese? Okay. Did you take exactly half?
No, I took like a third.
Okay, then I shouldn't have any more because I took a sizable bowl. I don't know how much is left in there, but there's at least a small bowl's worth.
Yeah, so I'll probably have that for breakfast.
Yeah, I'll let you have that for breakfast tomorrow. Okay,
Oh.
good. Yes, we are in agreement then. Because I was like, we shouldn't have any sort of leftovers because we're going to Mama Jester's tomorrow, so that would just be sitting there being... That's sexist. You're being so violent with your GG shops. You're gonna make it warm.
Oh.
Case of Lushu.
The Gazing Eye? It's not what it's called.
Oh, what then?
Actually, no name.
No name.
Well, gazing or not, that Keyblade does have an eye in it. My eye. Exactly. Ew! Oh, you think that's gross, do ya?
No.
Ew!
Yeah, sure. Anyway, about your role. You need to pass down that Keyblade to your apprentice and then him to his, so that my eye can see the future.
So the Book of Prophecies.
Bingo! The fact that it exists is proof of your success. That means you've trained a worthy apprentice, passed down that handsome Keyblade, and fulfilled your role. Congratulations! What's the matter? Come on, you did a fantastic job. At least smile a little.
But I haven't done anything yet.
Good point. Guess you'd better get started then. Unfortunately, you'll have to go alone from here on out. No Book of Prophecies to keep you company either. I can't have you causing any temporal paradoxes. But hey, we both
Didn't he
know
just
you'll
already
do
cause one?
just fine without it, right?
Pause.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, first off, someone's going ham on that fucking piano. Holy shit. Love when that happens in music. Because that shows that there's a chaotic element to what's happening in the scene. It's not for no reason. But also,
Pause.
because you're giving him the Keyblade with your eye on it so that it sees the future. And that it's that eye that is why he can see the future. But okay. So he's given Lu Shu a Keyblade with his eye on it, and has told Lu Shu to pass the Keyblade down from his apprentice, and then his apprentice passes it down to his. He's pretty much given him an heirloom Keyblade, and that by doing that, the eye will be able to continue seeing the events that happen, and he will be able to tell the future. But Lu Shu points out, but you already wrote the Book of Prophecies. And his reply was, so you've been doing a great job. Which means, unless I'm understanding wrong, that at some point, Lu Shu is able to get this Keyblade back in time, or he is able to pass it down to somebody, or it eventually comes into the hands of someone who is able to go back in time to then eventually give it to the Master of Masters. But that wouldn't make sense because it has the eye of the Master of Masters. It's his eye in it. Which means if this Master of Masters was essentially the descendant of the descendant of an apprentice, then it shouldn't literally be his eye, but it was his eye. Because he was the start while now being the previous iteration. The eye transmits the information back in time wirelessly, presumably. Which, that could be it too. But the thing is that the Master of Masters is giving it to Lu Shu. Like, it already sounds like a paradox. Or am I just stupid? Like, again, we could just cut out that last bit and Lu Shu was able to just get the Keyblade back in time, and because of that, or he was able to get it into the future, which is why he's able to see what happens and was able to pen the Book of Prophecies. That instead of going back to the past, he was able to go further into the future. But God. Okay. No wait.
Pause.
Okay, so I think what he means is that Lu Shu, with this new Keyblade, which we're gonna call it the Gaze, is somehow able to go to the future with this, so that the Master of Masters can keep telling the future. But again, that doesn't explain the Book of Prophecies, because when Lu Shu asks, "But you have the Book of Prophecies," and his response is, "Look what an amazing job you're doing already." Which means he's already given something. It's a paradox. It's a paradox in another way. It's the Lu Shu from what the fuck? It pretty much implies that space-time mumbo jumbo, Lu Shu has gone to the future in another time, in another iteration of the same event, and has been able to use this Keyblade to give visions of the future, which allows the Master of Masters to write the Book of Prophecies. The Book of Prophecies is a result of Lu Shu already having done his job, which means that there's a previous iteration already of Lu Shu that has gotten this Keyblade before the Master of Masters is doing it. The eye isn't temporally locked to just the present. It's MOM. So Master of Masters can see whatever the eye sees whenever it sees it. Getting the information from the future with a method that sends it to the Master of Masters of the group in their present. The eye transmits to the past as far as we've been told. I think it's only a paradox if Lu Shu reads the book. He had to somehow first put his eye in his Keyblade, knowing doing so will give him future vision, and then write the book. What is this, man? What the fuck is this?
Do I really have to go alone? What about the others?
Minor details, so don't sweat it. For now, you, that Keyblade, and this box need to stay out of sight. Just watch with your own eyes, and my eye, of course, as things unfold between the others. Then, when the time is right, go off and do your thing.
What's in it?
It's a secret. And, well, you see, the thing is, you can never, ever open it.
Great, now I really want to know.
All right. I'll indulge you. But this secret stays between the two of us, and you have to promise never to open the box.
I promise. But why?
You'll see.
May my heart be my guiding key.
That was it? That's it? Has it already been an hour? I mean, I do talk a lot, but damn. The movie leaves out what happens next. Oh, Ray Chase is the master. Oh, okay. No, good job. Wait, seriously, they left out so much. Yeah, so we don't even see what, like, becomes of all of this? Being real, saw this once before and it definitely felt, like, way too little. This is all they thought necessary for people who didn't play the game to know. The problem is I'm not sure what to tell you because it might technically... Yeah, no, if it's gonna spoil KH3, I don't want to know. And clearly the game doesn't think I need to know. Or at least... not... What do you mean that's it? What do you mean? Like, that's it? Just a Christmas special's worth of nothing? I feel like there's so much more that should have been included, to be honest. Union Cross wasn't even done when this or KH3 came out. The most basic stuff I can tell you is that war happens and everyone dies. I mean, yeah. The Keyblade War happens and it's not a fun one. Like... I mean, you see all those Keyblades, like, yeah, doy. Okay. And I don't know why I should give a fuck about these 5. Like, I don't care. We don't know anything really about the Master of Masters. Content ID. Leave me alone, please. I just want to play games. La la. It was a civil war. The sad thing is, without this, you'd be even more confused later on. Like, and again, looking at Ava's role now that we've kind of got it, yeah, just gather the best of the best and tell them specifically to not get involved in anything. Find the best of the best and tell them that when the Keyblade War happens to fuck off. I really wonder. It could be just because of how the mobile game looked. But I kind of wish that the foretellers didn't have the masks. I don't really know how I feel about their designs. Their designs are very boring. I feel like they could have just had a face. You could have just given me a face. Unlocked characters. Well, let's take a look. The Master of Masters, the mysterious man who possesses an eye that can see into the future. He uses that knowledge to write the Book of Prophecies. No one knows whether his mischievous nature is calculated or true. He disappears after bestowing 5 of his 6 apprentices with a copy of the book. Ira, one of the Master's disciples who receives a copy of the Book of Prophecies. He is a reliable Keyblade Master and leader of the Union Unicornus. The Master often makes fun of his serious nature. His role is to become the new leader of the Foretellers after the Master vanishes. The mobile game itself tells a lot. Some stuff trying to tie to certain characters. Yeah, Union Cross added stuff that confused things. Yeah. Envy. Receive a copy of the Book of Prophecies. She is a virtuous Keyblade Master and leader of Union Anguius. She holds the Master in high esteem. Her role is to watch over the others with a fair eye. Said. Fearless Keyblade Master and leader of the Union Ursus. Though he tends to rely on his physical prowess, he has a pure heart and strong sense of justice. His role is to support their new leader, Ira. Ava. Despite being a Keyblade Master, she is often treated as a friend by other wielders due to her age. She is the leader of the Union Vulpes. Her role is to find exceptional Keyblade wielders regardless of union and create her own organization. Gula. Cool-headed Keyblade Master and leader of Union Lepardus. He prefers to keep his distance from the others and doesn't regard them as comrades. His role is to solve the mysteries of the Book of Prophecies. Lushu. The only one of the Master's disciples who does not receive a copy of the Book of Prophecies. He was bestowed with a Keyblade and a black box before setting out on his journey. Terethi. Created by the Master to serve the Keyblade wielders. They originally exist as helpful spirits. If their wielder becomes lost to darkness, however, they turn black and become nightmares. Funny thing about this game, there was like weekly placements of the unions, and I believe Ava's won almost every time, while Ased's always came in last. Yeah, I feel like the top 2 factions would have been Leopard and Fox. People like foxes. Foxes are a very overrated animal. Ephemer. Young and ongoing Keyblade wielder. Ava was the popular girl for sure. Decides to solve its mysteries on his own. Dandelions. Ava Special Union for exceptional Keyblade wielders. Okay, well. That's really it. Okay, well. So that was Union, that was back cover. That was all that Square thinks we should give a shit about when it comes to Union Cross. I mean, it's better than reading journal entries, but the fact that this came out even before Union Cross got, like, end of service is probably because they knew that some people just were not going to play the mobile game, or that the mobile game wasn't going to get a localization in every possible country, and thus this is supposed to make the story accessible. But I don't know if I feel like they did a good job, because also Ava's cute pink thing. The Union Cross added stuff that I'm not even sure we can tell you. Sad we didn't get a big battle with the Keyblade wielders. It's about 3 characters. I feel all this movie really did was start a bunch of what's in the box. Yeah. Frosted Flakes, dude. Dang. Frosted Flakes, bro. Damn. Yeah, thank you. That being said, that leaves us with a fragmentary passage. I don't know how long this is. It might end up having to be a 2-parter. But it's Aqua, and I'm already going to hate it. I'm gonna take a quick BRB. For people on the YouTube VOD side of things, this is where I'm going to be cutting the VOD. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. For those on the stream side of things, we're going to probably be going into Fragmentary Passage, and that VOD will probably come out the day after this VOD comes out, just to kind of keep things going, and that way you're not waiting like an extra week and stuff. It doesn't make sense. So, 2.5 hours apparently? Okay. We could probably get through it if we're good. I'm gonna take a quick BRB. I'm gonna refresh my GG subs. I might grab some snack. I mean, I just ate. I shouldn't grab snacks. We're just gonna grab some drinkage. We're just gonna run some ads again to kill the timer a little bit more, so we can, and we'll get into Fragmentary Passage. We will be right back. Whoa.